Do I really deserve these things? Is it a mistake? Is it a glitch in the matrix? Is it, is it a coincidence? I'm going to be so intentional with loving myself. Hello everyone, today we are doing our wind down, but unfortunately it's not going to be a wind down Friday. I think if it's not on a Friday, I'm just going to call it a weekly wind down. I think that makes much more sense. So welcome to a new video, and I've had such a crazy day, but we will talk about it more in my vlog. So I just got to Joburg. I had to do my makeup in the car. Things were just crazy. Imagine doing a full beat in the car, but next no choice, I had to do what I had to do because being a content creator is something else. I feel like when you want to do YouTube, do it because you love it. Because if you're in it because you want to make money, or you see it as a quick way to make money, it's not gonna work. Do it because you love it. But anyway, welcome to a new video. So this is what I'm sipping today because I'm not drinking alcohol. We are establishing new habits now, and we are trying to become better people for ourselves and all of that. But anyway, as part of just nurturing into becoming better people for ourselves and just for people around us, but most importantly for ourselves, I just have been thinking about something that has been pondering in my head, and I've just thought about how it can be so taxing and it can be such a thief of joy, and that is imposter syndrome. I have had my own share, or rather my own fair share of imposter syndrome. Let me pour my drink. I'm literally getting into it. Crazy, but yeah. I think it's gonna look so nice. I just put strawberries. Good glass, 5. I hope it's gonna look cute. What's that? Okay. Should I fill it to the brim? Cheers to our weekly wind down. Grab something to drink so that we can just drink whilst having this chilled conversation. But yeah, I've had my fair share of imposter syndrome, and for me personally, it stems from, I think, just coming from inadequacy, and that is, personally, I come from a family where I was the first graduate, and I haven't had someone in my life who I've had to see a certain lifestyle from and say, I want that. I've had to meet other people outside of my family, outside of people that I know, and learn about like different lifestyles, and not lifestyle in terms of like soft life and all of that, but lifestyles in a sense, just learning about careers, just a different life. Because if you're a village girl, you would relate to what I'm saying. All you know is like the village, and you just know this much, So for me, I think I was blessed enough to go to a primary school. Well, that was my second primary school, whereby I met people that were my friends that led different lives, and that came from like different backgrounds, like better backgrounds at that. Like they knew of education, they knew of certain careers. So for me, that really worked for me, because I'm just thinking about, if I stuck in the villages, what type of person would I be? I feel like my dreams would be so limited, and my knowledge and experiences would be so limited to the place that I would be staying at, which is the village, So I just thought I should give you that context, so that when we talk about certain things in this video, you do understand where they are coming from. So I've had my first imposter syndrome when I did go to that primary school, my second primary school, and that is where I just saw like a different life. I was with people, they would shop, like it was just such a culture shock to me. Like it was so different and so difficult for me to grasp at first that, oh, so this is how life can get, you know, life can be for other people. And I think I like this. I think I like this kind of life. And it just showed me that there's just more out there, you know. But just the feeling of feeling like, do you really belong here? And the feeling of, am I good enough to be here, you know? I think that is where it started for me, but it wasn't so strong and so dominant. The feeling wasn't dominant because I was still young. I did not know certain things, and I didn't have a form of self-expression, you know. So, but I definitely feel like it started right then and there, because I'm from the village and I went to a school in the village. Now I'm suddenly in a secondary school with people who literally have such a beautiful life, not even a beautiful life, but such a good or better quality of life, and they can do certain things, and they go to certain spaces, and they have this much knowledge, you know. So yeah, I feel like that is where things started to brew for me. And then later on, when I went to my second high school, which is Granville High School, when I got there, let me put it this way. I had my first primary school in the village. Then my second primary school was Zinaville Secondary School, which is it's not the township, but it's like, it's in an affluent area, you know. And then I went to Granville High School. That is the last high school that I went to and finished and matriculated. So for me, going to Granville High School, coming from Zinaville Secondary, whereby it was so difficult for black people to perform at that time. I'm speaking from my experience and the time that I was there. It was so difficult for black people to be recognized academically, and it would really kill you as a child, you know, because you would see other people from the race that occupied that area performing so much better. And it used to be such a norm that when you, as a black person, if a black person gets academically recognized, then it's like, no, you are actually smart, you know. So such things are just, I think they do kill one's confidence. And when one finally occupies the spaces that she or he deserves to be in, then we start to question if we really belong in that space, you know. And I'm just gonna tell you a similar experience, or rather something along those lines, that happened to me when I got to Granville High School. So when I got to Granville High School, I get to the school, it's like black, it's predominantly a black school, you know, and they are working hard and they are academically recognized because of their hard work. And I want to say hard work, but also I don't think that this really played a role in terms of the two different schools, because I do believe that from any race, people are smart, people are hard workers, you know. So when I got to Granville High School, I was in a space where black people were academically recognized and black people did well, you know. It was known that black people are doing well. So it also prompted me to work harder and to invest my time and be intentional with school. And not to say that I was not intentional in my previous school, but it just gave me the motivation, let me put it that way. It gave me the upliftment that I needed to believe in myself and to know that I'm capable of doing certain things. And crazy enough, even in my previous school, I knew all of that. I knew that I'm capable, I knew that I'm smart, but my results wouldn't really match that because I was an average performing student, you know. But immediately when I got to this predominantly black high school, I started really shining and I was part of top 10, top 5, you know. I was doing so well. And also just in other areas of that school, like being picked as the chairperson for girls, and then immediately being elected as an EL, getting to that school, because I already had a history of leadership, you know. So it was easy for me to also, when I get to that school, become a leader. And I feel like things were so much easier in that school than they were in my previous school. But certain things like that, there's also moments where you're just like, okay, I'm part of the top 10, I'm part of the top 5, I am an EL, I just got here, I don't even have 5 months here and I'm already an EL. And I'm part of the people that I'm kurkili EL with people that have been in the school for 5 years and have been working towards this thing since grade 8, and I just got here and I'm an EL. And you're just like, do I really deserve to be here? Do I really deserve all these things that are happening to me? You know, but you just kind of learn to just go with the flow, you know, and just move. And that's the thing that I hate about imposter syndrome. It just steals the joy of the present. Like, it steals from the feelings of gratitude in that particular moment. Or rather, you would be grateful in that moment, but also have this doubt lingering in you, and it would dominate the feeling of gratitude. Yo, imposter syndrome is literally the worst thing ever. And anyway, and another time where I got imposter syndrome was when I went to university, right? So I got into engineering and my marks were good, but somehow I would question, like, are they gonna say they made a mistake? Are they gonna say I need to go to like a different course, a course with much lower requirements than engineering? And you just live that phase or season of your life just questioning if, like, really you're supposed to be here. Was it a mistake? Was it, you know, I don't know how to put it, but you just feel like, sorry about that, my camera cut me, but you just feel like good things that are happening to you, are they really real? Like, is this really supposed to be happening to me? Honestly, that's how I would feel, you know. And it also translated into my romantic relationships, whereby if you meet a guy who is just a good guy and he's so kind and he does all these nice things for you, he's there for you, he supports you, and you just feel like, do I deserve this person, you know? And I feel like a lot of people self-sabotage when they have the, like, good people or good men or good women in their lives, so that they just F up the whole relationship. And thankfully for me, I do not self-sabotage. I think I'm so good with, like, keeping things internally and just dealing with my things internally. And I think it works for me in that regard, like in romantic relationships, because I don't sabotage the relationship. So I think it works for me in that regard. But yo, imposter syndrome is literally such an enemy of happiness. It is such an enemy of happiness. And I really just wanted to make this video to a younger me and just someone who is going through this as well, you know. Like, you feel like you're in such you're in a position of abundant blessings, things that you've prayed for such a long time, and finally they are happening, things are finally coming together, but you just have this thing where you're just like, do I really deserve these things? Is it a mistake? Is it a glitch in the matrix? Is it, you know, is it a coincidence? But I've just learned, you know what, I do deserve good things, I do deserve beautiful things, I'm a good person, and I do things intentionally. I'll never waste anyone's time for my own joy, you know. I am a good person, and this is something that we need to tell ourselves. If you know that you are doing things intentionally and you're a good person and you do things from the bottom of your heart and you're pure in doing those things, then you do deserve good things. I'm sorry to break it to you. I don't care if you come from a village. I don't care if you come from a home whereby no one has ever graduated and you'll be the first graduate, or you are the first graduate. You do deserve good things. You do deserve a good relationship with a man who is going to do, if he feels like he wants to do good things for you, you deserve those things. And similarly, you should never put yourself in relationships that, I don't know, like, I feel like it's a trauma response whereby you'd find a situation whereby a female has grown up maybe in an abusive home, and you gravitate towards abusive men, and because you familiarize those people as home, as what's the word that I'm looking for, they are familiar, you know. So we need to stop like habits of sabotaging ourselves, sabotaging our happiness, and just ensure that we prioritize ourselves in so many ways, and just be intentional with ourselves in so many ways. One of the, if I could help, I have become aware of this self-sabotage and this imposter syndrome, that I've just told myself, Hore, I'm going to be so intentional with loving myself. And loving myself comes in different forms. Loving myself involves me in being in a relationship with someone who genuinely cares and loves for me, and being able to accept even good things that they do for me. Loving myself means that I'm going to dedicate my time and energy to things that I love, things that serve me. I'm going to surround myself with people that fill my cup. You know, I'm going to be intentional about hobbies and things that I like. If I want to learn how to do makeup, I'm going to learn how to do makeup. It's part of self-love. It's part of filling your cup. I'm going to start running. I've recently started running. You will see in my vlogs. I've started running, and it's such a beautiful time for me. It's time to be with myself, to reflect, to speak to God, to be whole, and to just fill myself with contentment and just gratitude and God, you know. Because I do deserve good things. I do deserve beautiful things happening in my life. And I also go on solo dates. I'm in a relationship, but I do go on solo dates because I need to prioritize having my alone time. I need to prioritize being intentional with loving myself. And I want that for all of us, honestly speaking. I want us to just be so self-aware and so self-conscious of just everything that impacts and affects our lives, you know, and just always strive to just fill our cups. But yeah, this is a very personal topic, and yeah, I just want to tell you that you're not alone in the feelings that you're feeling. Some people have felt those, some people are feeling those, some people are gonna feel those, but always just remember that you deserve good things, you deserve love, you deserve everything beautiful. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it wasn't short actually. I need to edit and upload this video today. Today's Sunday, because I've told my subscribers that I'm going to upload videos every Sunday, and I've been doing that. So we need to also, part of loving yourself is also sticking to the things that you've said you're gonna do. If you said you are going to do something, stick to it, execute it. It's part of self-love, it's part of self-commitment, because self-commitment is part of self-love. Okay. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.